that you deserve, right? To get the joy that you know that you want to feel effortlessly. I want you all to be able to manifest that. That is what I was able to manifest for myself, for my previous students, and now it's y'all's turn. I have had different students from all over the world, and I took a break. I took a break because I just felt like, I can't do it. I don't want to take on more students, but with everything that's going on right now, from coronavirus to protests that's going over all around the nation, and so many women and men hitting me up like, how do I do this? You guys see me post detox baths. You guys see me go on my own personal healing journey. So I said, I have to do it. So many people need it, and that's why I was born. This is my purpose, to help restore people that are willing to go on this journey with me. So I'm excited to take you all with me for the next 30 days. I'm not going to say that it's going to be easy. It is not going to be easy, but I promise you that it'll be worth it. Only thing that I ask is that you give 100%. That's all I ask. Everything else is going to be given for you, and I'm going to be there as your accountability partner and everyone else who joins to see you along the way. And I promise you it'll be a beautiful thing. But like I said, it's not going to be easy. A lot of people have an idea that a healing journey is you start here, then you stop here. That is not what healing looks like. Healing is up, down, all around, and you never stop. Every single day is opportunity to heal and to uncover trauma that we're dealing with so that we can be the best versions of ourselves. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right on into our presentation for this evening. As I said, it's going to be about an hour long. I won't keep y'all too long. I know you have children, I know you have babies just like me. So hopefully everyone can see this. If you can't, you can put it in the comment section. If you have a question that comes up, put it in the comment section, and I'll go through at the end of this orientation and go through and read all of the comments or the questions and then answer. So that's going to be the flow of the evening this night. So let's go ahead and get started. How I helped hundreds, I think it's thousands now, thousands of people achieve a healthy mind, body, and spirit. People see me on Instagram, they see me on Facebook, they see me wherever they see me, and they either try my detox or they try my cookbook or whatever it may be. And I'm so grateful that so many people are getting on this healthier lifestyle, but I think they don't really understand what it's truly about. It's not just about, put your mics on me, please, family. It's not only just about, eating right. It's not just about detoxing. It's not just about feeling good. It's about having balance mentally, physically, and spiritually. I take that very seriously. And as we move through these next 30 days, you guys will see exactly what I mean. If any of you have done the Surviving Vegan Detox Challenge, you kind of have an idea of what my life consists of on a daily basis. Okay? Holistic medicine, holistic healing is not just one-sided. We cannot have a healthy mind if we're eating junk. When people tell me, I feel good, I have no depression, I don't deal with worry or fear, but they eat Burger King, they eat McDonald's, they're eating Beyond Burgers every day. It's kind of taboo, because you cannot have a healthy mind if you're eating junk, and you cannot have a healthy body if you're thinking junk. Okay, if you have a negative self-talk, okay, if you have a negative view of the world, no matter what's going on, if you just have a negative view of your life and the people around you, you're going to eat junk, because that is what thrives your actions daily. Okay, so I want for you to be balanced mentally, physically, and spiritually. It was our parents' job to balance us, but they're traumatized. Okay, I know I have a lot of descendants of slaves in here tonight. We're traumatized. We may have some people who are Jewish in here tonight. You're traumatized. We all share some form of trauma. Okay, and our parents, unfortunately, didn't understand how to give us the emotional vocabulary for us to heal. But that's okay. That's why I was born, and that's why the Most High put me here to help not only myself and my family, but your family as well. Because guess what? After these 30 days, you're going to be a beacon for your family. You're going to be that person that gets the people around you to change. Not only because you changed yourself, but they're going to start to see your manifestations come. Okay, this is what happened in my own life. They want to start to see your manifestations become true. The love life that you want, the money that you want, the job that you want, the entrepreneurial business that you want. It's going to happen for you. Okay, it's not an accident. It's not a coincidence that we're here tonight talking. It's because Spirit says it's time for you to do what you got to do so you can go where you have to go. Okay, so roll call. Is this you? New, confused vegan? Do you have issues with consistency? Do you need a roadmap for success after you've done my detox? Okay, are you battling with depression, anger, and toxicity? Are you on medication, or do you need to lose more weight? Some of us might be like, I fit in all those categories, or I fit more than one. That's okay. I understand. I've been there before as well. You've been wondering, how do I successfully transition after the Surviving Vegan Detox Challenge? I know a lot of you probably done that and don't know what to do afterwards. How do I continue my weight loss journey? How do I heal myself? Okay, I'm tired of being stressed. I'm tired of being spiritually torn and physically drained. How do I transition to veganism? How do I incorporate this lifestyle for the long run? Okay, I get that I can do this for a couple of days, but how does this look over the next 5 to 10 years? Okay, what are my next steps? And this is important for you to be in this session right now because you have been fed since you were born, believe it or not. You have been fed illusions by the world, and they have made it their mission to kind of dumb you down. Okay, but that is no more. Tables are turning and people are waking up. Okay, you have a mission and you have a purpose. You were not born to suffer. You were born to give light to the world. I believe that, and I know you do as well. You feel it within yourself, but you may not understand how to bring that into manifestation. And that's what we're going to be talking about here tonight. This is also important for you because a lot of you all said in your application, I'm craving foods. I wanted to stop. I'm fed up with that. I'm ready to just get rid of it once and for all. I understand that. And that's exactly what we're going to be working on as well. You're going to be done with your cravings for good. Imagine if you have a clear roadmap for overcoming all of your poor eating habits, to get over your emotional trauma, okay, to deal with toxic people and not be bothered, okay? Some of us can't even go around certain people without absorbing their toxicity. Throughout your childhood, you absorb toxicity from your parents. Okay, if they didn't talk to you and help you to understand your feelings, if you were not given an emotional vocabulary, you are walking around with toxicity, and it is influencing your eating habits. It is influencing how you communicate. It is influencing how you raise your children. And we are sick people. We are functioning sick people. Imagine if you were able to hit your mental, spiritual, and physical goals within 30 days. I know it probably sounds unbelievable, but yes, y'all, we're doing the 30-day challenge to get us where we need to be. Okay, imagine if you healed yourself naturally and felt the best you've ever felt in your life. I am 30 years old, and this is the best I've ever felt ever in my life, okay? The purpose of this orientation is for me to share some very important tools with you that you would need in order to start your healing journey. I mean, you deserve the life that you dream about. You were not born to suffer. It is a false narrative that you don't have what you need to survive, to keep you mentally, physically, and spiritually stuck. I want to walk you through the exact steps for starting your journey with me today. And then finally, I'll explain how we're going to work together and how I'm going to help you establish that clear roadmap to success. So who am I? I know you probably saw me on Instagram, on Facebook, but who am I really, right? I've helped, to this day, over 10,000 people. When I made this PowerPoint, it was like 2 years ago. But as of today, I've helped over 10,000 people with the Surviving Vegan Detox Challenge. I have dozens of students that I've helped and gone on and started their own businesses. But basically, I've been doing this for about 3.5 years. And I started all of this simply by changing my eating habits. I am a holistic coach, and I help people find alternative remedies for medication and ways to solve their health issues. I do have students, and I usually help them heal emotional trauma, which is the driving force behind your cravings. That's the driving force behind your anxiety, right? I can help you transition from a low vibrational state of eating and way of living to a more powerful way of living, which is those manifestations that you dream about every day, the life that you wish you had, and the life you know you deserve. I'm going to help you reach those goals for real. Okay, so I've been manifesting the person that I am today for a few years. I really started on this journey in 2012. I started plant-based detoxing in 2017. And that truly, from when I started adding detox into it, it accelerated my mental, physical, and spiritual growth. If you've done any of my detoxes, whether it's the grapefruit, whether you've been with me for years and you've done like the inches detox and all the detoxes that I've done, or you've done the Surviving Vegan Detox Challenge, you got a peek into my life. You know how you felt at the end of the detox challenge? You felt lighter, you lost weight, you felt clearer, your skin was clearer, you felt a mental clarity. That's my everyday life, every day. And that's what I want for you as well. I've done a lot of things right, y'all, but I also did a lot of stuff wrong. And tonight I'm giving y'all all the tea, okay? All the tea. So in 2013, I spent 4 days in the Peachford Psychiatric Hospital. Was in Atlanta, Georgia. I was very, 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 very depressed. I was suicidal. I had created this plan in my head that I was actually going to drive my car off of the 285, I believe it's called, in Atlanta. But somehow I ended up in the Kroger parking lot, and I ended up at the hospital. When I went to the hospital, they evaluated me, and then they admitted me into this psychiatric facility right here. I was just unfulfilled. I was just not happy with life. I was 22, I believe. I had my daughter. Nobody would really listen to me. People just felt like my life wasn't together, and that weighed on me. I felt like I was a black sheep in my family. I felt like I didn't know how to get my life together. So I fell into a very, very dark space mentally, and I spent 4 days there. And while I was there, nothing really changed. I talked to people, but throughout the rest of the year, I kind of stumbled upon detoxing. I found out about this underground world. And that's why I say I started in 2012, but 2013 is when I started researching. I knew I wanted to be healthy, so I found Dr. Sabi. I was doing the alkaline vegan for a while, but I started and then I stopped, and I started and then I stopped. I didn't know how to be consistent. So right after every time I started to do a detox, like I did the 5-day detox, I'll go right back to eating what I ate. Okay, it seemed like I didn't know how to just keep it going, right? How do I create this as a lifestyle for myself and my family? So I started researching like everybody does. I was on Google, figuring out how to cook, figuring out how to be balanced, and I couldn't really figure out anything until I met these 3 people. I met Dr. Sabi first, then Dr. Layla Africa, then Queen Afua, and they really changed my life. If you don't know who they are, you need to. You need to get their literature, and you need to start reading up on them. But no matter how much I read, I still felt empty inside. I still was craving Burger King. I still was eating fish. I was like, how do I get out of these toxic habits? It took me 3 years to finally get it right. But when I did have that aha moment, it unlocked serious manifestations and potential in my life. And I am so thankful for the powers and the Most High and the universe and all the angels and all the chorus and the singing angels that they light upon me, because my life changed, y'all, forever. So how was I able to go from 4 days at a psychiatric ward to this beautiful goddess that I am today? Well, let's go. I'm going to tell y'all exactly how I did it, how I helped, like I said, thousands of people achieve a healthy mind, body, and spirit. So the secret number 1, people always avoid this for whatever reason. You have to discover your trauma. I can tell you your trauma. If I was to go down and talk to you all one by one, and I just asked you, what is it that you eat that you wish you didn't eat? What junk food do you eat? What toxic foods do you eat? I can pinpoint what trauma you're dealing with. You're not just craving those foods. You have deep wounds, okay? For my queens out there, you have deep wounds in your womb where you house your children. You carry your stress there. You carry all of those toxic relationships right there. That's why we get that gut feeling, or we get the butterflies in our stomach. That is where we also carry our toxicity. Okay, and for my fellas, they carry it in their prostate. Okay, so we have to address these if we really want to beat the cravings, okay, and beat the food addiction. Secret number 2, I'm going to teach you all how to incorporate principles of healthy eating. You're not seeing results or long-term results, most likely because you're doing it wrong. Secret number 3, I'm going to finally give you guys my 3 steps for forever transformation. These tools will help you to stay on your path unapologetically, okay, bringing you success and abundance. All right, so y'all ready to live your best life? Let's go, right? Let's go in the comments if you can. All right, so secret number 1, discover your trauma. As I said, you aren't simply craving. You have deep wounds, okay? Really hear me here. You have deep wounds that need to be addressed. Poll, you could just say yes or no, raise your hand if you want to. Do you constantly feel worried, stressed, anxious? about every little thing. Like nothing is even wrong, but you just worry, you know. Or you may be worrying about how I'm going to pay my bills. Are you stressed about what's going on in the world today? Okay. Have you been trying to figure out your life and reach the abundance that everybody talks about? Get this abundance. You want to have abundance. Come, you shall have abundance, you faithful children. How do I get that though? If you want to know how, just say yes, and I got you. You Queen Larisha got you. If you're in that position though, you're stuck just like I was. I heard everybody talking about this great life, but when was I going to experience it? Most people think, I need to get serious. I just need to do it. I got to stick to my transformation. I got to stop eating this junk food. I'm just going to commit. On Monday, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it on Monday. Monday rolled around. Next week, Monday. Next week, Monday rolled around. Okay, just 2021, I'm going to really get my life together, okay? Here's what happened when you do that. Here's what happens when you think that way. You avoid healing the trauma that connects you to food, prolonging your cycle of food addiction. Not many people talk about the connection between trauma and the food addiction and your cravings. Emotional triggers addict you to junk food. So let's talk about different cravings. Some of us, like myself, crave sweets. All right. If you've been following me on Instagram, you know that I'm doing a no sweets. We cut it out of our family, but it took me healing to get to that point. You know what? I had issues with my self-esteem. We have issues with love, with our self-worth. You have issues giving and receiving love. Okay. If you're somebody that likes bready foods, like let's say you always want sandwiches, you always want to eat breads or spelt bread, it doesn't matter even if it's healthy bread, but you naturally crave it, you have a lot of emotional stress from unresolved issues. Okay. You don't know how to set proper boundaries in your life. You're allowing toxic people into your circle or toxic environments. All right. Those who like crunchy foods usually are dealing with a lot of physical or emotional stress. So maybe you have a very strenuous job, you know, maybe you're a construction worker, maybe you stand up all day, or you can have a lot of emotional stress, right? Maybe an abusive relationship, okay? You may be dealing with a dynamic where you're having issues with the children's mother or the children's father. You're not clear in how to release your emotions in a positive way. You were never taught a positive emotional vocabulary. Salt usually signifies anger and aggression that's trapped, or you are hyper aggressive. Okay, anything, nobody can say anything to you, or you going off. Right. So this is what your cravings reveal about your spiritual and emotional trauma that's trapped within you. The secret is train your brain to hate junk food by physically healing, mentally and spiritually. I understand why this concept isn't popular, because that means you have to go within. We want to blame everybody else, but no, you have to go within, because guess what? What you'll find on your journey, a lot of people that hurt you, guess what? They're not sorry. They living their life, and you mad. You at home mad. You cussing. You fussing. You gossiping, but they living their life. Instead of saying, I don't know why I can't stop eating cakes. I don't know, Arisha, I can't do it. It becomes, I know I'm eating this because of my past issues with love and stress. How do I heal this? That is how we have to start thinking. Do you see the difference? It's a total shift in energy, total shift. Let's look at the actual steps that you need to take to heal this trauma, right? So these are the steps. I came up with this acronym, RENEW. First, you have to realize that you have a problem. If you're in here tonight and you say, whatever, I hear what you're saying, I don't have any of those problems. I know it's not any of y'all. But if you're here, it's not this training for you. You have to realize that you have an emotional trauma that connects you to the food. I just told you, and I just gave you bullet points on what those cravings could possibly mean. The next thing we have to do is extract it. We have to release, and we'll talk about different ways to release in a second. Then after you release, or you continue your releasing, you then have to re-nourish your body, because a lot of times we're eating junk foods. We're eating, basically a junk food is a junk food because it's a partial nutrition. Okay, when you go eat a potato chip, it's not the whole potato. So you're getting part of the nutrition. When you eat French fries, it's not the whole potato. So you're getting part of nutrition. Okay, same thing with other foods. When you eat white bread, it's not a whole nutrition, which would be wheat or spelt or rye. It's partial nutrition. So you got to re-nourish yourself. I highly recommend that you get an expert mentor, somebody that can hold your hand. Don't get me wrong. I think you can do it on your own. I did it on my own. Nobody helped me, but it took me 5 years. Okay. With a mentor, you can definitely speed it along. And then finally, once you've gone through those steps, you will have wealth. Many people think of wealth physically, and that's very important, because I don't want y'all to think, I don't want y'all to be rich and have money so that you can take care of your families. But you have to first be wealthy mentally and spiritually, and so you can attract it to you. I attracted all of you all. How many of you just stumbled across my page or a friend recommended me, right? I attracted you to me. I want you to create your dump list. This is your first assignment, okay? On the first week of the class, and don't worry, you guys will get this in your email. But the first week of your class, you will go through a spiritual awakening. The first 2 weeks, we're only dealing with spirit, okay? So you're gonna create a dump list. The dump list is exactly what it's called, a way for you to dump all of that toxicity onto a sheet of paper so we can face it and we can know what we're dealing with. Okay, so you break it up into 3 sections. The first section is labeled mind. The question you ask yourself is, I didn't ask, but you guys can see this, right? You guys can see the presentation? Yes? Okay, great. All right, so mind. What toxic thoughts crowd my mind? What toxic thoughts am I thinking about daily? Oh man, am I ever gonna fit in these jeans again? Why can't he just do right by me? I'm a good woman, don't he see that? Don't she see that? I'm a good man. My mama ain't gonna never change. I'm not even gonna deal with her because she's not changing, right? What toxic thoughts are you thinking about yourself, the world, and your others? Body. What toxic food or energy do you consume? Food is easy to label, right? There is no gray areas. It's either bringing you closer to health or it's bringing you closer to death. You got to make a decision. There is no in between, like, oh, I just had a pie today. No. Is it bringing you closer to health or death? You can't be a little bit pregnant, so you can't be a little bit healthy or a little bit sick, right? Your body doesn't change based on what you're doing. It does the same thing over and over. What toxic energy are you consuming? Don't be ashamed to put the toxic people down. I mean, write them down. Don't be ashamed to label them. We got to know what we're dealing with. We're not going to blame them because it's your fault for not setting up the boundaries. We just need to know what we're working with. The last section, spirit. What toxic feelings do I harbor? Worry, stress, fear, loneliness, okay? Depression, anger. I want you to write all of that down. Do you see how deep this really goes? Okay, you have to heal in order for you to get true health. I can't skip over that part, y'all. Y'all want me to just tell you how to lose weight? We can't skip over because remember, this is long term. The detox challenge is 10 days because I can do that in 10 days. You can follow a little meal plan. But when it comes to 5 years, how are you going to stay consistent? All right, so let's recap. Identify the physical, mental, and spiritual trauma that drives your food addiction. Remember the renew system. Realize, extract, renourish, expert, counselors or friends, then you get your wealth. All right, so don't forget, the dump list is the first thing you do. Whenever you're feeling down, whenever you're dealing with a spiritual blockage, it doesn't matter what type of blockage it is. Even if you want to manifest something, you always start with your dump list. This is how you get your goals, and this is how you get the trauma outside of yourself and understand how you're going to get there. Emotional triggers addict you to the food. Point blank, period. That's just what it is. All right, so that's secret number one. You have to discover that you have trauma. There is some trauma that you absorb every day. Just from being on social media, you absorb trauma. All right, we got to realize what that is and continuously purge it. This is Sanithia, my dear student Sanithia, who I'm so proud of. She worked with me for a while. She said, I signed up to jumpstart my new way of eating and living my best life. I always needed and understood that I had to find out what was my food addictions, okay? I wanted to end that cycle. That's basically what she told me. I helped her to understand her personal emotional triggers. I have learned how to make better food choices, and I always remind her, even if as she's not a student anymore, I always remind her, you have to understand why you're doing what you're doing. She says, her formula taught that I am worthy of a better version of myself. All of us are. Secret number two, incorporate the principles of healthy eating. Okay, now we're getting down to the logistics. You're not seeing results because you're doing it wrong. Most people think you need to be on a strict diet. I can't eat no carbs. I want to lose weight, no carbs. That's it. I'm done. And they think that that's healthy. Actually, you need carbs for energy. It's the type of carbs you're eating, right? White flour, anything bleached white, if you got it in your cabinet, go throw it out. Now, white rice, white flour, I don't care what it is, throw it out. Okay? You need carbs. You need to switch to healthier carbs like spelt, amaranth, rye. Right? I'm kind of just going off now when I get in my little teaching mode. I'm not even on the PowerPoint, but take notes as accordingly as you need to. Most people think that the only option they have for their health crisis is over-the-counter medications or prescribed medications. Why don't they tell you about alternative routes? Here's what happens when you believe those things. You end up compromising your health by eating foods that are void of nutrients, and you spend most of your hours counting calories. And or you agree to prescribe medications, but you quickly realize that they do more harm than good. You take in one little pill, but they got 30 side effects. Okay? You do the most to get the healthy lifestyle you desire, but you're still battling with cravings. Okay? You gain the weight back. You spend endless hours in the gym, but you're only losing up to 10 pounds a month, or it just don't work. You just like, forget it. I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing anyway, because nothing I try seems to work. I don't want you to be that person. You will not be that person. It's not about how often you work out. It's not about how many pills you take. It's not about how many CBD drinks you sign up for. It's about living a balanced life, y'all. Balance. You have to be emotionally balanced to be in peace. If you want to eat right, you just got to understand digestion. If you want to, I can't even say this word legally, but if you want to create remedies for your issues, I can't say the HEAL word because they'll lock you up for that. But if you want to understand how to create remedies, you have to understand herbs. That's it. The secret is you have to understand the principles for healthy eating and herbology. That's all you need. What's possible when you follow nature instead of chemicals? You can create remedies from yourself. You know, I believe that the Most High gave me everything that I need to correct myself. You'll reduce the need to go to the doctor for every little thing, go to the emergency room for every little thing. You'll heal yourself, your family, and your community because you're going to be that beacon of light, okay? You'll continue to beat illnesses and change the generational curse of illness in your family. No, diabetes is not hereditary, okay? Your diet is. Your way of thinking is. Yes, it's possible to pass down illnesses, but only because you're deficient. If you're deficient in minerals, you're going to pass deficient minerals to your children as well. Mineral deficiencies. Allopathic medicine is only about 200 years, y'all. It was made popular by movies. Okay, most of the world uses naturopathic medicine. Allopathic medicine relies on chemicals to treat you. There's a difference between treat and remedy, and we get more in depth with that in the course. So this is, again, some great points, and I want you guys, if you are taking notes, you're going to want to take notes on this. You want to follow these basic principles right here when you're going on your healthy journey as in regards to eating. Number one, you have to follow the circadian rhythm. The circadian rhythm tells you when to eat. You should not be eating whatever you want to eat, whenever you want to eat it. Okay? From 4 a.m. to 12 p.m., if you've done the detox, you know that's for your detoxing time. You should not be eating protein, fats, and carbs in the morning. No more sausage, egg, cheese, croissant, sandwich, biscuits, and I don't even care if you're eating a bowl of oatmeal. You need to wait till 12 p.m. From 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., this is when you incorporate your carbs, your proteins, and your fats. All right? And then as the night or the sun goes down and it becomes night, you can still eat, but you need to choose lighter meals. So you can opt for soups, salads. You can do detox drinks. But you don't want to be eating potatoes and steak and stuff 11:30, 12 a.m. You have to remember food pairing. And you're going to get a chart of food pairing in the course. You're going to get a chart. Don't worry about it. But let's go over food pairing really quickly. Food pairing tells you how to eat. You don't put avocado on toast. You don't put kale with bananas. That's why you be gassy. That's why you're gaining weight on a vegan diet. Okay? Food pairing. Fruits should only be eaten with fruits. Do not mix fruits with other things, other foods. Do not mix fruits with carbs and proteins from grains and things of such. Fruit should only be eaten with fruits. The other foods, carbs, proteins, and fats, they should be eaten a certain type of way as well. Carbs only should be eaten with low starch, non-starch vegetables or dark leafy greens. So if you have a carb, let's say rice, everybody eats rice, right? You have some rice. You don't want to pair it with the protein, like we eat those fake meats, you know, if you're vegan, or even if you're eating animal flesh, you don't want to eat rice with steak or rice with fish. Yes, I know we've been trained this way our whole life. But you also have to realize we've never been this sick before in history, ever. Because we are doing it completely wrong. We're eating for a taste. And that's not what the Most High meant it for. Okay, so when you're eating a carb, it should be paired with things like zucchini. Okay, those are low starch, non-starch vegetables. Dark leafy greens such as spinach or kale, chard, okay, asparagus, peppers, onions, low starch vegetables. Same thing with protein. You should only eat proteins with low starch, non-starch vegetables, dark leafy greens. You can put protein on a salad, and I'm not talking about animal flesh. Animal flesh should be eaten by itself because of the digestion time. But of course, no, we don't do that. We're not taught that way. All right, so I'm talking about plant-based proteins, almonds, hemp seeds, different nuts should be eaten with low starch, non-starch vegetables, dark leafy greens. And then when it comes to fats, avocados, chia seeds, other healthy fats, they should only be eaten with dark leafy greens. And we follow this because we want to avoid gas, indigestion, GERD. We want to avoid weight gain, constipation. All of those are signs and signals from your body telling you something's not right. Remember, our goal is what? Balance on all levels. You got to start listening to your body. You have to start listening to your body. All right, now we have the 70-20-10 rule. 70-20-10 rule tells you what to eat. Okay, so you know how to eat, you know how to eat. Now we're going to go into what to eat. 70% of your meals for the day should be protein. So now that you know that, you pair your food accordingly. That doesn't mean every meal has to have protein on it, or on a plate of food, you have 70% of its protein. No, you have to pair your food accordingly. 70% of your food for the day should consist of protein. 20% should be carbs. Oh, I'm so sorry. I said this all wrong. Scratch that. 70% should be carbs and 20% should be protein. I apologize. 70% should be protein, 20% should be, I keep saying the wrong thing. 70% should be carbs, 20% should be protein. 70% carbs, 20% protein. My apologies, family. 10% should be fat. 10% should be fat. And as I said, you don't need to have fat, protein, and carbs on the same plate. We already went over that. There should be no more than 4 different types of food on your plate. So you could say, okay, I'm going to have my protein with low starch. So you say, I want to do, let's say you're doing a salad. You put walnuts, you put almonds, and then you do romaine lettuce. That's 3 types of foods on one plate in one meal. Okay? When you're talking about healing or you're talking about creating detoxes, you have to understand what is it that you're trying to do. With the detox, are you trying to get your body to release weight, to release toxins? If so, you use fruits. Fruits cause action in the body. That's why so many of y'all was going to the bathroom on the detox. So many of you were throwing up, okay? It's releasing the parasites. versus herbs. Herbs are used, herbs and vegetables, but more herbs than vegetables. Herbs are used to correct issues. So if you're dealing with diabetes, if you're dealing with high cholesterol, if you're dealing with high blood pressure, lupus, cancer, brain tumors, you will go towards herbs. Obviously, we're going to get into the categorization of herbs because you have teas, you have tinctures, you have essential oils. That fall under herbology as well. Teas are the safest to consume. They're the safest to consume. You're not going to like overdose on tea. However, tinctures are more powerful. They're more concentrated. So you have to be careful. But creating a tea is the safest way to consume a herb. You can give it to children, etc., elderly, easier to consume. And it's not as harsh on the body. So let's recap that. It's not about how much you work out, how many pills you take. The CBD tea is not about that. It's about balance and understanding digestion, understanding herbs for healing, which we're going to get into. We have a whole 30 days together. We're definitely going to get into herbs. I'm going to help you to understand how to correct any issue. Any issue. I don't care what it is, okay? I do not advertise that because we see what happened to Sadie. Okay, I do not advertise, but trust me, you will know. In her first 10 days of detoxing, China's blood pressure dropped 30 points. This is one of my first students, and I couldn't even believe that she was walking around. Her blood pressure was something like 190 over like 80 or something like that. I don't even remember, but it was some very absurd number. It's like, I couldn't believe it. After 10 days of detoxing, we're all going to do detoxes together. Yes, get ready. We're going to do a lot within 30 days. So within her first 10 days of detoxing, she dropped blood pressure 30 points. She could not believe it. She went to her doctor. He could not believe it. He said, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Thank you so much, China, for allowing me and believing in yourself. This is one of my students who I love so much. This is a Daje. I'm not going to read it, but you can read it. He was very adamant about coming into the course and giving the information back to his community. He was kind of like already on his vegan journey. He was eating better, things like that, but he wanted to help his family. He wanted to start a business, and that's what he did. So he took the course for that reason. He joined the Detox Gang Academy. Secret number 3. Here is the 3 steps for a forever transformation. I am forever transformed. I'm never going back to that place that I was in. I'm not. I'm just not. You can say you don't know what's going to come up in your life. I can tell you one thing. I'm not going back to that. And I say that with every fiber of my being, and I mean it. And you will too, if you don't already. Okay, so the tools that we're going to talk about briefly help you to stay on path unapologetically, bringing you success and abundance. You are not born to struggle. You mean to tell me you can attract some paper to you? Are you serious? Most people think they have to be an expert at manifestation to get the life that they want. Most people think that they have to have their life totally together in order to be manifesting. Here's what happens when you believe that. You delay the life you deserve because you simply say, it's not time. Okay, I'll do that soon. I'll do it later. I don't have time for that. You have the power to manifest the life you want once you start healing mentally, physically, and spiritually. And there's a reason why we stick on spiritual and mental for 2 weeks. You are already a winner. The secret is you need to discover, release, then manifest. We've been trying to put the manifest before the discover and the release. No, that's not how it happens. If you are a being that can attract things to you, do you guys know about physical blockages such as people blocking you? We know about that. We know people will keep us from a promotion. Okay, will do bad against our business, steal from us. You have those blockages, but don't you know you have spiritual blockages and mental blockages as well? You have to remove those and release those so that you can manifest. You can't have it the other way around. It's discover what's the toxicity first. That's why we do the dump list. Then you release, which we're going to talk about momentarily, and then you manifest. So discover. The longer you act like you're not hurting, the longer you act like you're living in a perfect world, and even if you are on a healing journey, you have to keep healing. The longer you act like that doesn't exist, the longer your journey will be. The elders clearly told me In order for you to manifest, you have to be in peace. There's a reason why if you look out your window, you look into your community, you scroll on internet, and you see so much destruction, okay? Because it keeps you out of peace, and you cannot attract what it is that you need to. No more trauma bonding, no more. It stops right here, release, okay? One way that we're going to get into on the second week of the course is setting healthy boundaries, because a lot of us don't know how to do that. Number two, we're also going to be doing a lot of purging. So yes, you will make beautiful baths like this, okay? In many religious systems, they use baptism in some form. Jesus also had his feet washed. You have to do this washing of the body. It's a symbol for me releasing, okay? You don't think that the Most High gave you these minerals for you to use them, okay? Earth, wind, and fire. But we want to hold on to our trauma so much. We in the shower, we just, okay, let me get out. Gotta go do this, gotta go do this, gotta go here, gotta go to work, gotta go to this point. Slow down and appreciate yourself. Appreciate this experience. Some people are not here anymore. Appreciate it. We're going to understand how to purge those emotional traumas, physical traumas, okay? Many of you are going to be making some serious pledges to yourself. Manifest. I cannot tell y'all to do something that I don't do. I cannot tell y'all to do something that I don't do. Okay, 2 years ago, my car was being repossessed. I was living with this guy here, my beautiful God King. I was living with his mom. I was bouncing from house to house 2 years ago. Was it 18, 19? Well, now it's going on 3 years. He was incarcerated. Charm, who's eating a cantaloupe in the middle of Brayla and Braden, she was about a couple of months. He went away to prison. I said, you know what? I can't do this. I've been on my journey. I said, I'm going to go full-fledged. I'm putting everything into it. I'm dropping everything. All that toxicity I want to hold on to, all those negative people, I'm letting it go. And I'm only focusing on me for 30 days, y'all. For 30 days. I focused on me. And out of that, birthed the rest of my life. And I mean it. Please take me seriously when I say this. I wanted my family to be together. I wanted us to live a life that we deserved, and I focused on me for 30 days. I went out into nature. I did my dump list. I didn't know I was doing a dump list at that time. I was just doing it. I did my baths. I prayed. I did everything. I detoxed 30 days, birthed my forever. Probably like 30 or 45 days after me going through this 30-day commitment, I birthed Surviving Vegan. And when I tell you the day it dropped, 1 million views. I said, you know what? It's more to the story, but I'm just keeping it short. I said, this is it. This is it. This is what the Most High want me to do. They want me to share my experience. And that brought me to all of you. The two things that I said I needed my family to be together. I needed for us to be a unit, and I don't want to have to worry about money anymore. That screenshot at the bottom is my current bank account. And I want it for all of you. 2013, I was in psychiatric ward. You can attract anything that you need to yourself. These were my goals. What were your goals? I said I wanted to attract money so that I can heal my family. I don't have to be worried about the every day-to-day things. What are your goals? They don't have to look like mine, but whatever it is, trust me, you can attract it to you. You can. And we're going to do it in 30 days, y'all. This is Makima, my great sister Makima, and one of my beloved students. She actually came into this because she had emotional blockage that was keeping her from starting a business that she knew that she wanted to start. She knew she always sold, other detox drinks and things like that, but it didn't, for her, seem like she was doing real change. So she took the course to learn how to create detoxes, learn how to help women, okay, learn how to help her community beat obesity. But she was always dealing with procrastination when she came to me. It took me forever to get her to be committed. But when you have me as an accountability coach, let me tell you right now, I'm not, you can tell me your excuses, and I'm going to let you tell me your excuses, but I'm not going to stop hitting you up. Like, what are you doing? Let's go. I'm not, even after the 30 days. That's just me. I'm sorry. But she started her business. Today, she's helping so many women. I'm proud of her. She started a business. It's called Drink to Shrink. If you want to, please check her out. She's on Facebook, Makima Miller. I don't know her Instagram. I forgot. It's Miss Makima, something like that. But check her out. This is her business. I'm super proud of her. Check-in time. Let me know, was this helpful to you? Give me a yes or give me a no if it wasn't. Let me know if it was helpful for you. Did I effectively tell you how I have started to help thousands of people achieve a healthy mind, body, and spirit? Remember the secret, family. You got to discover your trauma. If you're dealing with something in your life, you got to discover. Remember that. Remember that. Discover. Secret number 2, incorporate those principles. If you want to understand how you're losing weight and how to eat properly, that's all I do when I create detoxes. People think I have this immense power to, no, I just understand how digestion works. Understanding those 3 things we talked about, circadian rhythm, food pairing, 70-20-10, understanding those will help you create your meal plans. Secret number 3, the 3 steps for forever transformation. Please do it unapologetically. Discover, release, manifest, in that order. Discover, release, manifest, in that order, please. Want to hear how I can help you. So yes, yes, yes. Let's talk about the roadmap. Let's talk about accountability. Let's talk about switching to plant-based. Let's talk about all of that, okay? How are we going to do it in 30 days? All right, so the Detox Gang Academy is what I have strategically picked you all for, which I think that you all are ready. I do think you are ready. Helping you to get closer to your health goals in 30 days, helping you to finally get off man-made medications or somebody that you know, helping you to learn how to use food, I spelled 2 wrong, helping you to learn how to use food as medicine, giving you a better understanding of your body, specifically helping you to be consistent, helping you to build a solid foundation for your vegan health success or your just in general healthy lifestyle and transition and transformation. So number 1, once you sign up today, you will have access to the portal. Okay, the portal is self-guided. It's so that you have instant access to information because our first day of class is Monday. All right, so you might just like, I don't want to wait till Monday. I want to know some things now. So I have videos in there of different things, food pairing, is lessons in there that you can start watching today. Step-by-step videos, tutorials, templates, guides. Okay, so part 2 is the course. It's 4 weeks. We meet twice a week via video chat. Week number 1 is all about spiritual healing. We're going through an intense 2-part training to reveal toxic waste that you carry spiritually. So this is where we get in there. Like I know we touched on it today, but we're going to be doing it. Okay, you're going to have assignments. You're going to have homework to accomplish your goal. This is for people who are serious and they're ready for this transformation. Week number 2 is the 5-day purge. 5-day purge. Get serious around this time. Okay, this is us doing our detoxes. This is us doing the spiritual baths. This is us writing out those toxic letters. This is us setting those healthy boundaries. It's time. What are we waiting on? Right? Week number 3, the principles of healthy eating. So we go in depth on meal prepping, okay, meal pairing, creating a balanced meal plan for yourself, your family, if you're creating a business, whatever it is for, you will have a basic understanding of how to create meals that are healthy for you, okay? How that looks, how do you structure it? We're gonna go in depth into that. And then week number 4, using herbs for healing. This is almost everyone's favorite portion. Every time we do this course, you're gonna learn something that I created, which is called the Health Matrix, and it's gonna teach you how to create a remedy for any disease. You're gonna know, you need to know. This is not something that you should not know, right? You have a life, you are within your body, your spirit and soul within your body. Why don't we understand how to take care of it? That's wrong. We shouldn't do that. All right, so part 3 is coaching and accountability. And I know that we all love each other so much. For 30 days, we're going to be in constant contact via phone, via instant chat. We use Telegram. Everybody that's a part of the course will be connected there in one big group just to share your thoughts. That's how we have accountability. You know, those days that we're on the detoxes is not going to be easy. You're going to face a lot of trauma. You're going to need that support. So we'll all be there for each other. Who is this academy created for? If you're here, it's not by accident. I don't believe in accidents or coincidences. I don't believe in accidents or coincidences. I just don't. You're driven because it's time.
Can you do the detox while you're pregnant?
Can you do a detox while you're pregnant? So if you're pregnant, I will have to tailor it for you. So thank you. That's a great question. I'll have to tailor it for you. But if you, I wouldn't have you do like strenuous detoxing where you're drinking drinks all day. No, absolutely not. I detox. I have 4 children. 2 of them I was vegan pregnancy with them, and I did detox with them. Very safe. You know, we would just stick to doing those detoxes at that morning time.
What about if you're trying to get pregnant?
Trying to get, oh yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
That's gonna help you get pregnant, girl. Okay, overcome your cravings. This is what we're going to help you do. What the detox gang helps you to gain inner peace, overcome your cravings, learn how to be a vegan success, right? Learn how to create a remedy for any illness, provide private coaching from me. Would you do it? Okay, if I could guarantee that. How much is it to join? Everybody wants to know. The course is usually $1,000, okay? But because of the time that we're in, because of everyone wanting this, I have to do a discount, 50% off. If you pay in full today, all of your assignments will be personally reviewed by me, just like I personally picked your application. I do have detox specialists that work with me. If you are not personally paying in full today, that's fine. They will be reviewing it, but everything goes through me. They are trained under me to do it. But if you want me to personally do it, as long as you're paying full today, we rocking and rolling. If you're paying in full, you just need to inbox me. Invoice me for email me for an invoice. My mind is going to my babies. I've been away from them too long. Email me for an invoice. IAmSurvivingVegan@gmail.com. Okay, this opportunity is only available today. You will not be able to sign up later. Over 800 people applied. Over 800 people. So you guys are first. Bonus, if you pay in full today, you will also, as I said, have all of your assignments that we do in the course reviewed by me personally from me. So if you need a payment plan, I'm totally with that. Let's do it. Pay $250 today, and then you pay the remaining $250 on the 3rd week of the course. All you have to do is click the link there. Click the link on this screen here. Don't worry if you can't click it. I will put the link in the comments as I'm answering the questions that you guys have. All right, so this is the payment plan, $250 today, then $250 on 3rd week of the course. So why did you come here today? You deserve to have the life that you dreamed about. You deserve to have the life that you dreamed about. You know, defeat your cravings, meet your weight loss goals or weight gain goals or whatever the goals are. That's great that we'll be working together for 30 days because you'll have my attention. I can help as much as I can. All right, you deserve to manifest. That's the best part. It's the easiest part. The hardest part is the discover and the release. Manifesting, once you get on that journey, discover and release, that's easy. My big mistake was I got stuck of selling myself short. I feel like if I would have, I think things happen the way that they are supposed to happen. But I think that if I would have, actually reached out to Dr. Africa 5 years ago, he's passed on now. I would have actually been there with him. Procrastination is something that I worked on. I talked to him last year. I was supposed to get on the plane and see him. Don't do that. Don't procrastinate on your journey, even if it's not with me and you're not signing up. Don't leave this orientation and go be the same person. Please do not do that. Implement what you can. Get off the fence. And of course, I will always recommend that you're partnering with somebody that's trustworthy. Get a mentor. I have a 99% success rate. Is only that little 1% because some people just don't show up. I can't make you get on the computer and talk to me. I can't do that part. But everybody else that comes and they put in what they can, we're going to do it. We're going to rock out. You will succeed as long as you show up. This is my most recent student. I just had a class finish on May 17th. And this is Nakia. She said, I joined the Detox Gang Academy because, sorry guys, this is in the way, I can't read it. But basically, I'll sum it up. She's saying that she joined the academy because she knew that she needed more knowledge. She knew that she wanted to change her life. She was serious about it. She loved doing the detoxes. She was introduced to how to purge herself spiritually, all that negativity that she's absorbed from her family. She was able to do that, and she basically told me that this is the most grateful she's ever been in her life for the opportunity, not for me, but for the opportunity to realize that she deserves to heal herself. That's what I want you to realize. She did tell me that she would recommend the Detox Gang Academy and Lifestyle Transformation Program. She did realize that she was misinformed by a lot of things, which was a little heartbreaking for Nakia. But nonetheless, she picked herself up and she kept going. I'm super proud of her. Super, super proud of her.
I didn't even know.
Your options, you can keep going at this alone. You can spend endless hours like I did in the beginning. That's an option. Please put your mics on mute, please, family.
I have a question.
We're going to do questions in like really 5 minutes.
Okay.
No problem. All right, so your options, you can keep going at this alone, endless hours of research like I did and guessing, desperately searching social media accounts, following those content accounts and all those good things. Fall back into your old habits. That's the options that we have at this point. And I want to know, what do you want to be in 30 days? What do you want to be 30 days from now? We have Tyron, Lisa, Makima, Nakia, China. What do you want to be in 30 days? I want you all to upgrade your life. I want us to work together. I want us to be in this 100%. We are in this 100%. I'm going to put the link for those who want to share anything. Please ask your questions in the chat, but I'm also going to put the link here if you want to be doing a payment plan. Let me put it to everyone.
If we're doing the payment plan, can we do the $250? And if we have it, can we also pay before the 3rd week?
Yes, of course. Mm-hmm. You just have to know, because once we do the class, you will actually get an invoice. So it'll be more personal. You'll see, like, we will have a chat. We'll talk every day.
Okay.
Arisha, I'll get tired of you.
Are we paying full?
Yes, you can pay in full. If you pay in full, you will have all of your assignments that we'll do in class reviewed by me personally. So you'll get feedback from me on your personal issues.
How do you
I
pay
have a
for
question.
I can't send
For the $250, do we still work with you? And do we get the stuff in full? How does the $250 work again? I think I missed that.
Okay. The $250. So we're all, for the course, we're going to work together for a month. We're going to meet every Monday and Wednesday, I believe is the schedule I have. Monday and Wednesday, twice a week, via video call, just like we're doing now, but it won't be on Zoom. It will be on Telegram. But we'll meet twice a week, an hour session and a 30-minute session.
Is that going to be later in the evening?
Yes, the same time that we did this training.
Is there always going to be a group? Like, is there ever going to be like one-on-one?
No, it's not one-on-one. It's group. No one-on-one session. I have 800 applicants.
Okay.
I do want to, help everyone.
I wouldn't believe the 800 applicants.
Look, we're family already. I'm trying to, hold on. Okay, everyone. Sorry, guys. I sent the link just now. Why is it not allowing me to send the link?
So to make it clear,
Is that
if you pay the $500, they'll work with you one-on-one.
Okay, so
that's what I was confused about.
So the way it's going to go, every meeting that we have, you're going to have homework. You're going to have assignments, right? Every assignment. So for example, when you do your dump list, for those who pay in full, you will have your dump list reviewed by me. So I'm going to talk to you in the group session now. It's not going to be aside from anything else. I'm not going to call you on the phone. In the group session, I'm going to have already reviewed your assignment, and I'm going to show you what it is you need to heal. Okay, if you don't pay in full, that's going to be done with you, but not by me. Okay, you're going to have your own assignment that will get reviewed. If you have questions on it, But based on the examples that I give in class, you're going to be able to make connections to your trauma based on your dump list, if that's clear. It's not clear to you, I'm sorry, I'm reading the question. If it's not clear to you, as you do the assignment, it makes sense. But what I'm saying is, those who pay in full, every assignment that we have, I'm going to review, and you're going to basically be the examples while we're on video call. Everybody's going to learn from them being the examples.
So if we can't.
So yes, if we're video chat, like how you're asking me a question right now, on this video chat, you will have the ability to do that during our sessions. We're going to have a Q&A at the end of every session.
Would you prefer if we typed in our questions so that it can be a little bit easier? Because it's a lot of people asking questions. So
Yeah, that's how I initially wanted it to go, where we type it in. I do see
let's just type it because it's easier, I feel like.
But I can't, for some reason, there we go. Okay, that's the link to pay the payment plan that I just put here. I'm gonna put it again. That's the link to the payment plan. And then if you want to pay in full, you will email me for an invoice and just put invoice in the subject line. I'm going to send you invoice right after we get off of this session. Okay, but now I'm going to go up. I'm going to read the answers in the questions in the comments.
It's so many people on here now, so they probably like her background is boring.
Queen of Fool. Okay, so I can't remember how to read everybody. I'm sorry. I don't know how to read everyone. Go down. Is this safe for pregnant women? Yes, if you're pregnant, it's okay. We're not doing, this is not a detox. This is a lifestyle transformation program. Okay, 30 days. We're not gonna be on the detox for 30 days. 5 of the 30 days, we will have a detox. If I have pregnant women, I will modify. I don't do that on a regular, like if you have a detox challenge. I will modify and tell you and lead you on what to do. But at the end of the 30 days, you all would know how to create your own detoxes. I want to make that very clear. You guys will know how to do what I know how to do. This is not like I create detoxes for you and then you do it. You're going to create your own 5-day detox and be on your 5-day detox. I'm going to be training you how to take control of your life. You know, I do this as a business, but I know how to live my life in a balanced way, and that's what I want for you. And the only way you're going to know how to do that is if you know how to do what I know how to do. Okay.
Risha, I'm 114 pounds, so I'm trying to figure out how do I keep my weight, because it's hard for me to gain weight. As to someone who's losing weight, it's hard for me to gain weight.
And that's why we're going to go over that in week 3 of the course. You're going to understand how to eat, how to create your own weight gain plan, how to create your own meal plans. You're going to know how to do it. I'm not doing anything for you all. Sorry if that wasn't clear. I'd rather you understand how to help yourself versus me doing something for you. I don't want you to have to look outside yourself. Are these detoxes okay for breastfeeding? Again, you're going to create your own detoxes, right? So it will be reviewed. I want you to say, do your detoxes, let that be it. No, you guys are going to have homework, going to have ways to submit your homework, and it's going to be reviewed.
Put some pajamas on.
If there's something wrong with it, you will know. If there's not anything wrong with it, you won't. I won't say, okay, it's great. You'll just want any corrections in the system.
When will we receive the video from tonight in our emails?
Within 72 hours.
Quick question. If someone can't start at the moment, would you have this option, like, for example, for them to join at a later time?
Within the 72 hours, I will. After the 72 hours, once we start the class on Monday, you won't be able to join. Am I doing another course? I am not sure, only because I have a lot of things I have to do as far as, you know, surviving vegan. I'm doing this because it's a spiritual thing for me. But I do classes often. I do classes, like I said, I just had one in May. This is the second one. I'm probably will do one after the July, August, September, going into September. If not, you don't join this one. But if you don't join, you will have to do the application again. It's not like I'm going to just send it out again. I will need you to do the application again when you're ready. You'll just however you found out about it. If you found out on Instagram, that link will still be there. If it's not there, that's because I'm not accepting students. If you joined by email, like you had the email application for council, if you joined that way and that's how you found out about this, then my customer service reps will let you know if I'm doing students or not, if I'm doing classes.
Would we be able to recommend this to someone else, or would you also have to review their profile previous to accepting?
Say that one more time.
Like, would we be able to recommend this course to someone else, or would you still have to review them first?
Give me a second. The application process. Dialysis is how does
you offer like mentorships?
I'm sorry?
Mentorships.
Am I doing a mentorship?
Yeah.
That's what this is, yes. Okay, guys, I'm going to read the questions. If you have questions, please put it down. I'm going to go through all the questions. Dialysis patients, how does this work? You will understand why you're on dialysis, what you can do to supplement yourself on dialysis. You're going to know. You're not just going to be depending on people outside of yourself. So it will work. You're going to be able to tailor this to your life. This is not a one scale or one size fits all like the detox challenges. It's not like that. Where can I find the link to pay for? You will send me an email at IAmSurvivingVegan@gmail.com. Do you do this monthly? Because I can't afford that today. We just went over that. Is this helpful for those who want to learn how to help others live healthier lives? Absolutely. You're going to learn how to create this on your own. You're going to learn how to do this. Hi, Makima. What's the email again? IAmSurvivingVegan. If we miss the meeting, will there be any recordings? Yes, every meeting is recorded and within 24 hours. No, she will be working on one. What is the emails for paying in full? IAmSurvivingVegan@gmail.com. How do you access the oh, that's a great question. Right after you pay, especially if you're paying the partial payment, you click that link and you put in your payment information on the thank you page. It's going to say right here, click here to access portal. You click that, you create your login, keep that login, okay, and then you're going to use it to always access the portal if you need to. After you pay, within 24 hours, you're going to get an email. The email is going to basically give you the schedule for the classes. As I stated, I believe it's Monday and Wednesday is the classes that I put. I can actually tell you right now. I can tell you what the schedule will be, just so you will know if anybody needs.
I have a question. I know we're supposed to mute, but I just want to be clear. So the only difference between paying in full and paying partial is that you review personally the detox dump, the ones that paid in full, and the ones that paid in half.
Right. Go ahead. I'm listening.
They get reviewed by someone other than you, or we just have to assess what we need to detox out. Correct?
Absolutely. Right. Yes. Okay. With paying in full, I will assess all of your assignments. Okay. You will also we're doing peer learning. So as I am going through the session, let's say we're talking about the dump list, and we're going to be talking about a lot of things. Eating, I want to be checking your meal plans for those paying full. I want to be checking your meal plans. I want to be checking your remedies that you create. So say this, you're creating a remedy for prostate cancer. I'm going to be going over that remedy for you. I'm going to give you that example in class of where they went wrong, what they did great. You're going to be as an example. So you're going to get the most feedback from me versus, paying on the payment plan. You will have to assess your own documents. It will be assessed briefly by a detox specialist, but only if there is something wrong. So they won't read your, like say for instance, you did the dump list, right? But you didn't do your spiritual section of it. They would tell you that you didn't do it. They wouldn't tell you, oh, you are worried because you need to heal your emotional wounds from your father and things like that. And what did you go through with your father? They're not going to do that. That's what I'm going to do in class with the examples. Does that make it clear?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I have a question.
I'm listening.
So to pay in full is that same link you sent?
No, you have to email me. IAmSurvivingVegan@gmail.com.
Okay.
And I'm going to do an invoice.
Okay, perfect. And then I have one more question because I'm joining this for my father. I'm the person that asks about the dialysis. He's currently on dialysis and everything. So basically, you'll be able to tailor his meal plans, correct?
You will be creating the meal plans, but I will help you. Yes.
Okay. So, but basically, you'll just be like helping me throughout the way to make sure it's correctly done, correct?
Yes. Like, say for instance, I'm gonna teach you how to create meal plans. So you are going to have the principles you need to plug in the foods or plug in the herbs. You're gonna know when to do it, how to do it. Okay. Everybody's gonna learn that. As you pay for your paying in full, I'm going to review it and I might say, oh, why don't you use this herb instead? Maybe we weren't able to find that herb. And everybody's going to go, oh, and I can say, oh, this herb is used for this, this, and that. So that's the benefit of paying in full, the bonus.
Got it. All right.
Awesome. With your father, you're welcome, of course. With your father, we will be able to get a pretty good plan. Everybody's going to be able to do that. Nobody's going to be deprived of that.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
No problem. We can do classes, like if we don't join this one, can we do the next one? I don't have one on my calendar for the next one as of yet. But if I'm being honest, it most likely will be in September. That will be when I do another orientation. I never even used to do orientations. Like most of you probably don't even know about it. I used to just do when people message me because I didn't do them so frequently. Because it's an intense journey. I don't want you all to take it lightly. I think Makima, this is Makima who took my other course. She did it over. I used to do 6-month courses and things like that. We're compacting into 30 days. So please don't take it lightly. We will be healing and we will have to face that trauma. You just have to be ready. Even if you're not ready, we're going to be there for you to help you through every step of the way. Can you repeat the email, please? IAmSurvivingVegan@gmail.com.
Cool.
Can I pay in full tomorrow? Yes, you have 72 hours to pay in full. Are we considered students after we pay and heal? I don't understand. So at the end of the course, you are going to get a nice little certificate from me, from Surviving Vegan, the Detox Gang, for passing the 4-week course. And yes, you will be able to help other people in your community. I'm not sure if I'm not going to heal. Can I pay in full tomorrow? Yes. You can pay in full tomorrow. What time is the class on Monday? On Monday, I was going over the schedule. It starts at, it's 8 o'clock. I'm going to send you a whole schedule. You're going to get a whole schedule of all the classes and everything. If you do miss a course or a class, you will get the recording within 24 hours. I send it via email. You will completely have access to that forever, for a lifetime. It doesn't expire. You know, I know maybe 6 years from now, you might be like, oh, what did she say? And want to go look at it. You will have the ability to do that. They're not going anywhere. If they are going anywhere, you will know before they do. This class will be 8 o'clock.
I have a quick question.
Yes, 200 people can be in the class. Yes, what's the question?
Will we be receiving a list of books that'll also help us? Because I'm interested in a reading.
Yes, you will.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Here's some of the books that we're going to be, I recommend. Diet Eating is one that's just already sitting up here. Here's one as well. Herbal Healing. These are very basic books, but they're great starters. They'll get you reading for a long time.
My toxic boyfriend got me that book.
Which one? The Herbal Healing or Back to Eating?
The Herbal Healing. I love that book.
Yeah, that's a great book. It's a great book. Will you have any option in the future for 1-to-1? That's going to be far off. It's no time soon because it's just so many people. Can you? Okay, I answered that already.
What you do?
Okay, I'm already vegan and make junk. I'm already vegan and make vegan foods, but still eat junk food sometimes. After healing, want to turn it into a business, will we be learning that? specifically how to start a business, are you asking me that? We will not talk about how to start a business, but I have no problem touching on it. If many people are interested in that, I can speak on it. We do, like my last class, I had about 5 entrepreneurs in that class. So I did touch on it at our celebratory meeting, the very last meeting we do, like our little graduation. I did talk on business, so I don't have a problem doing that. Is it possible to pay $150 today and remaining balance during the 3rd week, if not sooner? You have to pay the full $250, have 50% down today. I don't get paid until next Friday. Is there any way to pay? You will have to submit another application to be in the next cycle. That's all. What about nail biting and trauma based? Okay, what about nail biting and trauma based? Ask that in the court so we can go into it, because I'll be talking for a while.
I have a question.
Yes, I'm listening.
Will we receive a list of like herbs and things like that we need to purchase, or will it just be like we do a lot of practical?
I'm sorry, your phone is off.
You said, will you get a list of herbs? That's what you asked, right?
Right. Like if we're going to say if we're going to do a practical learning on healing diabetes, for instance, will we get a list of herbs that we would need to have for class, or a list of herbs for a bath or anything like that, candles?
So you're going to know which herbs to pick for diabetes, so I won't have to give you a list. You're going to know. Okay, so you will get practical learning on how do I heal myself. I meant exactly like that's what we're going to learn. How do I create a remedy for any illness? Any illness. You're going to know how to create a remedy for any illness. Doesn't matter what it is.
Okay.
And I am going to give recommendations. Like we're going to go through several assignments where I'm going to say create a remedy. And I'm going to recommend that you start with yourself, because why would you not? I'm going to, like, I know someone had said something about the father. Obviously, there was a special.
Not hungry.
Oh, somebody is not hungry, y'all.
How much you need to eat today?
Somebody put that mic on mute, please.
Phone on mute. Good night, Mike.
Oh, I don't know, y'all. I don't know how to do it. I did at one point. I don't remember. But it's okay. Will we be able to talk to the person that's reviewing our assignments, even if it's not you? No, you will not, because they're not going to get into a personal level. They're going to just be checking that you did what you did. So, like I said, I'm going to use the dumb list because it's the easiest thing. The dumb list, you have to write about your spirit, your mind, and your body. They're going to go through your paper and see that you wrote something there. They're not going to go and see what you wrote. They're not going to read it and analyze it and say she has issues with this. They're not going to do that. Okay? They're just going to be going through to make sure you wrote everything that's filled in every spot. When I tell you to do a meal plan, they're going to look at your meal plan, make sure you did the times correctly, make sure you wrote a meal for the times. They're going to do that. They're not going to be like, she made a meal with kale and spinach and corn. No, they're not going to do that and tell you it's wrong. They're not going to do that. They're going to make sure you put everything there. I'm going to be giving you the principles. So just how we're here, and just say you have a question about your meal, you can ask a question. What happens next after you pay your half? After you pay your half, you will be going right into the portal. The next class will be on Monday at 8 p.m. And it will be 60 minutes. Do you talk about your reality shifts and perceptions? I don't have a assignment on it, but if it comes up, we will. Can we get a recap, please, in order of what you're supposed to do? Wait. Can we get a recap, please, at the end of what you are supposed to do in order to sign up for the payment plan? If you want to sign up for the payment plan, you click that link that I just put in the chat. Okay, click that link. It's going to take you to the page where you put in your card number. Direct it into logging into the portal.
My sisters is on here trip.
After that, you're going to get an email with the class schedule, link to the Telegram. We're going to be connecting on Telegram on the phone. 7, and that's what's gonna happen. 8 p.m. every night at work third shift. Yes, 8 p.m. every night. So that means you're gonna be watching replays.
Hi, Orisha, I'm sorry, I know we're chatting, but I have to actually go. Are you gonna send all this in an email? Like the link and everything that we're gonna have to do for Monday?
Oh yes, you're gonna get all that. I'm about to wrap this up because Prince just started crying.
And
So,
is it gonna be on Zoom or is it gonna be on a link that you're gonna send us?
what, the classes?
Yes.
We're gonna be connected through Telegram, depending on the classes, maybe on Zoom or not.
Okay.
Okay, so I think I'm looking at all the questions. What about if you have thyroid? You're gonna know how to create a plan for that.
I also have one more question.
I'm listening.
I'm planning to start the detox, the 10-day detox on Sunday. Is it okay if I start on the first week of classes?
That'd be,
That's
that'd
fine.
great. That'd be great.
Okay, thank you.
But I still want you to create your own detox. You'll still be responsible.
Yes.
Okay. For clarification, can we pay $250 within 72 hours or just the full payment? You can pay for the course, whether you're doing paid in full or you're doing the payment plan. You can pay within 20 or 72 hours. I'm doing that right now. It's not supposed to be that way, but I'm doing it because it's coming up a lot. Yes, 72 hours. I just paid. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Dion. I'm proud of you. I can't wait to see you face to face on Monday.
If you don't see me in classes, because I went to jail trying to get 500.
We're gonna have a good class. I already see that. Baths 100% there are alternatives. There are alternatives. I know some people don't have bathtubs. There are alternatives. That's a great question.
Have I? I'll be a client. I bet Jeff try to get this 500.
I sent email. How long does it take to receive invoice? You're gonna get it right now as soon as I get off this chat with you all. Are we starting a detox together or now? And which detox? You're gonna create your own detox. You guys are gonna create your own detox. I love you all so very much. I believe all the questions. I'll put the link one more time. If you're paying in full, I look forward to reviewing the assignments. Just send me an email. Out now.
Excuse me, can I ask a question?
Hurry up, her baby crying.
Oh yeah, what's the difference between the two payment options? Again, like I didn't hear what you said about full payment versus payment plan, and what do you get versus what you don't? I don't know.
So one payment, $250. That's the payment plan. $250 now, then $250 on the third week.
Y'all ready?
She said, y'all are not hungry.
Is paying for. I review all of the assignments. And you can be basically the case studies during the classes.
I'm sorry, can you repeat? I couldn't hear you. It was a lot of background.
Paying in full, you will be basically the case studies. We will meet over video call. If you don't pay in full, your work will not be personally reviewed by me.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
Was that clear?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
No problem. No problem.
Okay, I have a question, Orisha.
Yes.
So you said that we're going to be doing this over video call. Would it be Zoom or would it be the Telegram?
It's going to be either or, but you're going to need Telegram because Telegram is how we stay on instant messenger together. So I'm going to send you all the links for Telegram and everything. You're going to know exactly how the class is going to be ran. But we do video calls twice a week, either over Zoom or Telegram, but you're still going to need Telegram because that's the instant chat that we use. instant
Okay,
message.
I have that. I'm just trying to familiarize myself with Telegram.
But we're gonna get all this information once we pay.
Yes, exactly. You're gonna get everything.
Thank you.
If you have any issues, just feel need to text me via email, or I will, if I see you pay and I don't see, like when I check roll and everything and you haven't checked in, I want to call you like, what's going on? Why you ain't coming to class? So then you can tell me at that time. But like if I don't see you, I'm definitely going to take that effort to reach out to you and ask you why you weren't there. For some reason, you don't get my emails, you don't know what happened, whatever, I'm definitely going to reach out to you. You're going to hear from me.
Okay, thank you.
Of course, sis, of course. Peace and love, everybody. I see somebody else say I paid my $250. Christina, congratulations, sis. I love you dearly as well. We're gonna rock out, y'all. We're gonna have 30 days together. All I ask is that you show up and just say, you know what, no matter what, I'm gonna keep going. That's all I need you to do. Everything else is going to be handled. And if you don't understand anything, I'm here to ask questions. Email, that's why we have the instant chat, so you can get all the support that you need. This is when I'm able to give the most support. Unfortunately, I can't support everybody like this on Instagram or Facebook or in person, in the streets, and I'm just saying hi. When we actually sit down and we're committed and I get commitment for 30 days, we can do some amazing things, and I look forward, okay? Peace, love, and light, family. I will make sure my team gets this to you guys before Monday, this video, this recording. And those who are joining me, I will see you Monday at 8 o'clock. You will get everything in email. Don't panic. You will get everything in email. All right?
Right before we leave, do you mind if I ask one question, Ms. Risha?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so my name is Kiana. I was wondering, would it be redundant for me to join the program, being that I work third shift and I won't be able to attend the 8 o'clock classes?
So you won't be able to attend the 8 p.m. classes. Are you paying the full, or are you doing payment plan?
I was going to do the payment plan.
Okay, so
well, I was contemplating which one to do, but
if you want like direct attention from me and to hear me talk about you in class because you're not there and you want to know specifically what you should do, I recommend paying it full. If not, I think that you should still do it, but just know that you won't be there to ask me a question live. While I'm question, you can ask me a question in the chat. Hopefully you can be on your phone. You can ask me a question on the chat. But if not, the only option is to ask me questions in the live meetings. And if you're not there, obviously you can ask questions, but you're going to get recorded. You're going to know everything that it takes place. You're going to even know how to create a weird meal plan around your schedule. Things like that. So you're going to still get the tools. You're not going to be deprived of anything. You just won't be here live. I guess that's the only thing.
Okay, well, I get that works.
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course, of course. Peace and blessings to all of y'all. I love y'all so much. And we listen. Spirit says things are changing. Right? There's shit happening. Go to bed with a big smile on your face. I want everybody to go to sleep, listen to crown chakra meditation because we are ascending, okay? Love y'all. Love y'all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Talk to you soon.
Love you.
Love you too.
Good night. Thank you.